Hello everyone, Hachadino over here, and as you know, this is going to be a video of WoW, and we're going to talk about the corruptions. Likely next week, depending on when you watch this video, maybe it's already on. Now, you will be able to get corruptions. There are some extra DPS that it's only for season 2, and there are just some things from BFA, a little bit different, some of them, but others quite similar. Now let's go into them. This is a sim about them. If you know what they do, Echo Void doesn't change much from what it did before. Void Ritual doesn't either, but the other ones like Twilight Devastation, it's a little bit different because it's super nerfed and it doesn't scale of health anymore, but it just does some damage. Same thing with Gushing Mound. This one hasn't changed much, it's just a dot that procs. And the power level of them is quite similar. For more than one target, you may want to do Void Ritual, this one over here, but not always, because actually Echoing Void is quite strong. This is only single target, of course, but even in a Slice, a simulation that is kind of similar about the Mythic Plus, it's still a little bit better than Void Ritual. Why? Because we don't do damage all the time. So if it procs and you are not in your cooldowns, and then it doesn't proc when you are in your cooldown, so you are losing quite a lot of value. And you can also play a little bit around it, but maybe using dances a little bit earlier or a little bit further. But it's likely not worth it in a way that makes sense. You can of course look at the standard deviation. It's going to be around, like here you can see, 100,000 DPS, and then for Echoing Void it's also going to do almost the same. So in general, just get Echoing Void if you want that damage. But if you are like me and you like mastery quite a lot, you can put Void Ritual and it's going to give you quite a little bit of mastery and it's going to ramp. And of course, I'm still not 100% sure, but it might work with Sears Circlet, with the Fallen Wearer one that increases the power of the other citrines. It's not going to be huge, but it's quite something. Getting them is not going to be hard, and I'm going to do a video when we can actually do the content, but it's going to take around 1 hour or something. If you are not super fast, to get all the masks and get ready to farm the greater ones, and then another hour or so doing those. Of course, we don't know which of the corruption subs is going to be. If you remember the BFA zones, you had the Stormwind and Orgrimmar, and they have kind of the same bosses. The affixes are a little bit different, and now there are more masks, but still it's going to be one power that you are going to have only for this season. So just get it. With all seasons going to be hard either. The power level of the mobs, even with one mask that you are going to farm the things with, is very low, so you can just speedrun it if you are very high level. That is everything I wanted to say. Have a nice day, and I will see you on the next video.